What's up, everyone? I haven't had much luck with the 5 of a kinds this week, so instead I'm doing something else, and I managed to complete one of Grounded Sub's bounties, which, if I don't forget, I should be putting a link to his site in the description. It has some very fun stuff. You can do all kinds of challenges with it, and it also has a record of challenges that have been completed. I really recommend trying it out, but what I'm focusing on today is his bounty board and the tons of bounties he has on there, most of which haven't been completed actually. So if you're looking for some fame, I guess you would want to try your luck at that. But today I'm doing the Deer Rex bounty which he has, which is, I should have put it on the screen right now, but it's basically 2 T-Rexes and 3 deers, but the deers all have to have mushroom on them, which I guess isn't really easy to accomplish because you can't really guarantee what the shop gives you. So ideally you would want to have a run going into the late game, because the T-Rex is such good scaling that it's going to carry you through the late game like it's nothing, and the deers are a very good option for the late game as well, because the buses they provide have chili on them, and with some luck they can remove some of the melons the opponents have, so it's really a very strong team. The tricky part is getting the right foods and doing the smooth transitions into the deers and then into the T-Rexes. That's the difficult part. But anyway, this was my first run of the day, and because I usually like to post I guess I could say interesting runs on the weekend that I can voice over. I wasn't really sure what I was going to be doing for the other day because I have had no luck with 5 of a kinds, so I didn't have a run ready for Sunday. That's why I was trying to go for the other challenge that was in my crosshairs, which was the Club Tropicana challenge that Grounded also has, which is basically 2 seals at the edge of the team in the 1st and the 5th position. And in the middle 3 slots you have tropical fish, which is a very beautiful team, symmetrical, all kinds of aquatic creatures I guess, so it's kind of thematic. But yeah, I was debating between doing one of the 2 runs this run, and I managed to happen upon a deer earlier than I managed to happen upon a tropical fish, so that's what I'm doing. And you'll see that the team isn't really that bad, honestly. The deer is very strong in the early game, like turns 5 and 6 are very good for the deer because most units are not going to have more than 5 HP. So the boss gets some easy clears sometimes, if you're lucky that is. I wasn't really lucky that round, but if I'm not mistaken there will be no more losses in this video. From me at least. My opponents are going to be taking big L's from me. But yeah, I was rolling for some deers here, I didn't find any. Thankfully the bluebird at least hit the deer, so that it wasn't a wasted buff. Like, if you imagine that all my units on the team are going to be sold eventually, except for the deer I have in the front line, the bluebird buffs feel kind of insignificant. Like, they're a bit of nice tempo, but other than that, I want some insurance for the late game that I'll have good enough stats. And I was considering pilling the flamingo here, but it's an 11-8 unit and it's not easy to say goodbye to such a big unit at this point in the game. And the bluebird buffed it as well, so it's even stronger now. A very funny team from my opponent here. And thankfully I managed to draw just because of the chilies and the buses. Otherwise I don't think I would have stood much of a chance. Here you can see me leveling the deers, actually trying to find an early T-Rex. Unsuccessfully so far, but maybe something happens next turn, who knows, I won't spoil it for you. Thankfully the bluebird hits on the deer again, the stronger one, which is good. You want concentrated buffs usually. And because of the of the strong bosses, the team isn't weak at all. It's very strong and it's taking out the opponents like it's nothing. It's a very pleasant sight, and especially so with the T-Rex that I just found. Now I'm debating what to sell. I want the bluebird to go last because it's some scaling, if I get lucky to hit the correct units. And I wanted the cow as well, but there was no way that I could manage my finances, so I could buy the cow, use the chocolate and get the T-Rex buff, so I just managed to get the chocolate and leave the T-Rex do its thing like above the entire team. It's kind of a fun team here, this mirror match, but they're no match for the T-Rex sadly. I feel kind of scummy running this team, but I have to admit T-Rex is one of my favorite units in the game. I like everything goat related and scaling related, and T-Rex just fulfills both those niches perfectly. Well, I guess, could you say that scaling is a niche? I don't think so. But yeah, T-Rex is basically what I love about this game. Anyway, enough about my preferences, though. You can see that I'm still destroying. Well, I say destroying, but it ended up being a draw because of the snipes that my opponent got. Now I find the final T-Rex of the build. Now I need to find one more deer and one more mushroom to give it. And it's not going to be very easy, considering that I'm already on 7 wins. So I was hoping to get some draws here, and I think I'm starting to get some draws here because my team is slightly falling off, which is very strange to say. Okay, this ended up being a win, but if I'm not mistaken, the next several rounds are going to be draws. And considering how 2/5 of my team are T-Rexes, it's strange to say that scaling is lackluster, but it kind of felt that way during the run. I was getting kind of scared that I was not going to make it to 10 wins, or that even if I did make it to 10 wins I wasn't going to be finding that mushroom that I'm looking for. But it's nothing that I should have been worried about, since the team managed to scale perfectly, and the deers are very strong at clearing fodder units. You can see I'm passing up some chocolates, like last turn I passed up a chocolate. It pains me to do so, but I decided that it was necessary because I wanted to find the mushroom as soon as possible. But this time I gave in to temptation and gave the T-Rex a chocolate. Now I have 2 level 2 T-Rexes, which means insane scaling. And my team was kind of falling off a little bit, so I think it was needed so that I wouldn't be losing to the opposition. And now all I need to do is find that last mushroom and the team is set, and I will be able to do whatever I feel like is necessary for this team to win. Still no mushroom, but a melon on the T-Rex, which is very strong. Now I think just because of that melon, I'm going to be ending up winning this round. Yeah, otherwise it would have been another draw, and it's scary going into the late game with such a team. Usually people have units with better abilities than the deer. But anyway, that is going to be it for the run. This is going to be the last round. So please enjoy as we destroy this opposing team. Like, sub, do all the generic stuff. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.